Welcome to another episode of AKR Fitness, your favorite fitness channel. In this episode, you have myself and Bree, and we are doing skull crushers with dumbbells. I did alternating arms. As you can see, I did one, two, and I did 20 reps per arm of this exercise. This exercise is going to be a tricep exercise. When I die, I want to make sure that I live a type of life that's gotten me results as opposed to regrets. And the only way to do that is to give my all at everything. That's why, like I said, the title of this YouTube channel is NE. NE stands for maximum effort. So that's what I gotta apply all the time if I want to know that, okay, I've given my all. I've made the impact on lives that I'm supposed to make, and I've been the best version of myself. But you can't do that unless you leave everything on the table. To do that, you got to give your best effort all the time, not just occasionally, but every time you hit the field, you got to give it everything in you to be the best that you can possibly be. Just because you don't see your path doesn't mean that you don't have a path. Just because you haven't identified your calling yet does not mean that you don't have a calling. God put all of us here for a specific purpose, to do something specifically. And there are people out there that are waiting for you to do what it is that you're supposed to do. So just because you haven't identified it yet, don't lose hope that you don't have a calling, because you do have one. You're here for a purpose and for a reason. I don't think that exercise changes your state of mind. I know it does. Like I said, I have a bunch of people that train with me in the gym, and I can see their moods visibly change as they exercise. I can see the stress dissipate from their body, and as their mind starts to realize, okay, whatever it is that I was facing before I came in here isn't as great as it seemed. And like the statement right here says, you get self-esteem. So yeah, that's the truth. You start to realize, okay, whatever I'm facing is not as bad as it seems, and I have the ability to overcome these things, this pain in the gym, and to achieve in the gym. And this gives me the confidence to know that whatever it is in my life that I was facing, I can overcome as well. So that's one of the reasons that it helps the stress to dissipate. Not to mention just the fact that movement is good for your body and good for your mind, and it releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin into your body to make you feel better. So it's all types of positive benefits from working out, and not just physical. It's mental, emotional, and like I said, it's confidence building. The critic gets no credit, and the onlooker gets no glory. At the end of the day, it's easy to sit on the sidelines and say, well, if it was me, I would have done it this way, I would have done it that way. To criticize the individuals out there actually putting in the work, getting banged up, like I said, got dust and dirt all in their face from competing. So they at least have gotten to the arena, and they have tried, they have competed. And people can say what they want to say about them, but at least they had the courage to try, to attempt to go after their goals, to get into the arena and to fight. So even if they succeed, then the best that they will taste is victory. But even if they fail, at least they tried. They have the honor of knowing that I attempted, I gave it my best. Whereas those spectators who are just sitting there criticizing, they don't know what they could have done because they have not even attempted. In life, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're developing your gifts, or you're letting your gifts waste away. Your muscles, if you use them, then they will get stronger. If you don't use them, they will atrophy. Your gifts and your abilities are the same way. Like I said, we are all given something by God, but that's why I encourage you to figure out what it is so that you can continue to develop that gift. Otherwise, just like your muscles, if you don't use your abilities that God has given you, then they will waste away. You won't, possibly to the point that you think that you don't have them, just because you have not used them and you have not developed them. So they will atrophy just like muscles that are not used. So that fitness is all well and good. It's not just about having a good-looking body, but it's also about inspiring people by showing them that you can do the impossible. You can do that which people never thought that you could. You can show people that, yeah, okay, I'm over 40, I'm 40-something, but I'm still fit. I still have the ability to do these things that people say that once you hit your 40s, you can't do. I have the ability to bounce back from kidney disease. I have the ability to overcome cancer or whatever it is that I have faced. I have the ability through the strength that God has given me to overcome these things. When things come too easy, then the value is less, because it's like anybody could have done it, anybody could have achieved it. So you don't feel as special having achieved something that comes easy. But if something is difficult to achieve, now you have set yourself apart when you achieve it. So you feel more proud of yourself. You understand that, okay, I am one of a select group. I am elite, because not everybody is going to accomplish this, because not everybody is going to stick it out and go through the trials and tribulations that are required in order to reach the goal that I have achieved. And that will give you a different sense of pride, a different sense of accomplishment. Whenever we face a struggle, we have two choices. The choice is either to let the struggle fuel our failure or fuel our success. And the only way it's going to fuel your failure is if you allow it to. But if you toil against it, if you struggle against it, if you keep fighting it, whatever it is, eventually it will not be as much of a struggle. You will not have to fight it as hard, because eventually you'll get strong enough to overcome whatever obstacle it is. But that's only if you don't allow it to beat you down. You have to keep it. Either you're going to get beat down or you're going to beat it down. It's your choice. You have to decide whether you're going to let it wear you down or you're going to wear it down. All the truly great people in history have defined their own path in life. They haven't lived by the rules that others try to set for them, because if you live by the rules that others set for you, a lot of times what they're really doing is trying to limit you, because people a lot of times can actually see the greatness in you. And I'm not saying that they're trying to do it intentionally, because that may or may not be the case, but at any rate, they would tell you to go this way or go that way, but that's not your course. That's not what God preordained for your life. So don't listen to anybody trying to tell you to go this way or go that way. That may be good for them, but that may not be what's best for you. So figure out what your own course is, figure out what your calling is, and walk in your calling. And don't allow anybody else to knock you off your path or to convince you to do something in the fashion that they feel like is right, because nobody knows what's best for you but you. Like the quote said, you have to be committed, dedicated, and consistent to work out. So it's not just about the physical aspects, it's about the mental aspects that is so important about working out. And not only those characteristics, also discipline. You have to discipline yourself to be able to do this day in, day out, whether you want to or not, if you're gonna actually see the results to it. So like I tell people all the time, that's why people have a different respect for individuals who have a well-built body, because they know that these are character traits this individual possesses. Because in order to stick with working out long enough to get results, you have to employ these character traits in your personality. And then on top of that, also delayed gratification, because you're not going to get ripped in 2 days. So you have to be patient. So it's a lot of positive character traits that come along with building a good physique for yourself. It's not just about the weights. As always, I want to thank you for watching another episode of AKR Community Fitness, where we create a climate conducive for our clients to gain confidence and change the world one workout at a time. With that being said, myself and Bree are out of here, but we'll be back soon with more tricep exercises for you. See you guys then.